Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Wilson. I'm a author, poet, singer, songwriter, musician, producer, manager, and finance. Since 1968, this is my 180th CD. I'm doing an educational video. I've done like 25 educational videos. I'm doing one on the very dangerous Great Lakes, which the Great Lakes are in the United States. There's five lakes. Okay, in I believe 1690, 1997, around there, the Griffith was the first shipwreck reported on the Great Lakes. Since then, there's been reported at least 6,000 shipwrecks, but the experts say it's probably 25,000. Over 30,000 people have lost their lives on the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes, there's something there. UFO sightings for years and years. Planes have vanished from the sky. Plane crashes. There was a one incident. There was a flight instructor and his father. He had a plane, and his father had the plane behind him, and they were going along. Everything was great, and then he looked up, and his dad was gone, never to see it again. Never seen it again. They had a flight in 1950, and the 58 people on the flight, commercial flight, it crashed. Everybody died. They never find out why that caused, and that was the biggest crash at that time in 1950. A corporate jet with executives for one of those main companies over there. They crashed, and everybody died except the co-pilot. And they interviewed the co-pilot and says, why did they have a crash? He says, we don't know. We were flying along, and all of a sudden we saw the trees, and that was it. Um, Very dangerous. The when you're on the Great Lakes, you have to from the United States and Canada, you have to be in contact like every 5 minutes in contact. Because if there's a pause, like 15-minute pause, there'll be a full rescue mode from both Canada and the United States. The Edmonds Fitzgerald is one of the most famous one, 1975. It actually was the last big wreck. Uh, it was the largest freighter. It had 29 people on board. 5 minutes from the time that the ship sunk and everybody died, all 29 men died, they were saying everything was okay. How come they didn't know that the uh, Edmund Fitzgerald was filling up with water for 2 or 3 hours? How come they didn't put on no life preservers? You know, what really surprises me. I'm retired, I'm retired, and I'm doing things that people like. If people like my education videos, I have all this information. I have a great mind. I'll do educational videos if they like my songs better. But I've done 3,500 songs. What more can you say? I love you, I love you, I love you, or different things. So I like to do stuff that makes sense. I don't understand why news doesn't report. I did one. Recently did one on the German Mars and moon bases in 1942. The Germans landed on the moon in 1942, and there's actually a German building on the dark side of the moon, shape of a swastika. It was in business. It was open from 1942 to 1992. But that's another story. You can check that one out. As far as the Great Lakes go, I'm not saying to be scared. And the people who live around the Great Lakes, it's just you need to know the history that 30,000 people have died, that maybe 25,000 shipwrecks. They're finding all kinds of stuff about that. In 1942, there was aircraft carrier. The U.S. Navy said aircraft carriers and new pilots training to land on aircraft carriers. Nearly 200 airmen died, and there's about 150 U.S. Navy ships at the bottom of the lake. One of the lakes, I don't know which one it is. All the stuff I tell you on all my educational is just stuff off the internet. It's just off the internet. It's the stuff that the news does not want. I'm thinking about doing one on Americans' monsters. We have real monsters in the United States, 1,000-pound monsters, huge ones. And I'm thinking about doing one on that. I'm trying to see what people like, you know. I did one on UFOs. People love the one on UFOs. The one on the very dangerous Alaska, where 18,000 people have disappeared without a trace. That went on real good. So I check what people like. Okay. This is the Bob Wilson Studios, 2021. Peace out.